Our home is meant to be a sanctuary from the outside world. But more and more, our home has just become another reminder of things to do, chores to complete, and people to take care of. That's why more than ever, we need a space in our home that is just for us, that we can really get the rest and relaxation we need. So today, we are going to talk about how to create your own quiet space at home. But to do so, I'm gonna go for a walk with my dog. And she just heard me say that, so she perked right up. So we're gonna go take a walk with my dog and talk about the mindset that you need to have your own quiet space, as well as some practical tips. All right, let's go. The first thing that's really important to talk about is mindset. You may be feeling like you need to finish the dishes, clean up the toys, put a load of laundry in before you can rest. Or you might feel like you need to justify and explain why you need rest. It's because you had a long week, saw a lot of clients, your baby woke up early. But I want to tell you right now that you do not need to earn rest, and you do not need to justify rest. Rest is a right, it's not a reward. Rest is a right, it's not a reward. You don't need to justify it to anyone, not to yourself, not to your partner, not to anyone. If your body is telling you that it needs rest, then that's what it needs, and you need to honor that request. Because honestly, if you don't, you won't have the energy to really do anything, not even the things that you actually enjoy. This is extremely difficult, don't get me wrong. I know it is. When we spend our whole life thinking that it's lazy to go and get some rest, it's normal that you feel like you need to justify or earn rest. It's very much a process. It's a process that I'm still in. I still have these thoughts sometimes, but being aware of them and actively working on them is the first step. And without this, it'll be very hard for you to actually rest in your quiet space. So, first step, mindset. Next step is the practical. So let's get on the road and get Hailey walking. All right, let's go. The first thing to do is obviously pick a location in your house that is calm, relaxing, and welcoming. For me, it's my bedroom. My husband, it's his gaming room. It could be for you, the couch. If you're like me, you have children, a room with a door is ideal, just to have that division that it's your space. So first things first, find a space in your home or outside if you have good weather that feels nice to you and that you want to spend time in. It may be the case that the spot that you've selected for your quiet area is not ideal because maybe you share it with somebody else, or it got taken over by your children. But there are ways of working around this. I would recommend decluttering as much as possible, getting those stressors out of there. If it's your room and you share it with somebody, make sure that your half of the room is decluttered, as well as the bed, so that you can easily go and rest. If it's a living room and you've got tons of kids' toys in there like me, make sure that there's a space in the corner where your chair is, let's say, and side table that is kept decluttered and welcoming for you. That is a process. I would really recommend that. You hear the kids in the background? After decluttering, people will generally recommend that you decorate. And I do want to de-influence that. I don't think that's actually necessary. For my own space, which is my room, I didn't paint. I didn't buy any decorations. There's no nice wall hangings. Eventually, I'll probably do that. But it's not necessary. We don't need to buy anything. We just need it to be welcoming and relaxing. If you do want to decorate, go for it. But I just want to tell you that you don't need to. I would recommend, however, I don't know if you're going to read or just sleep in your room, that you decide. But I would recommend having some limits and boundaries around technology, because for me, when I get in there and I start doom scrolling, I don't feel good. It doesn't feel relaxing. So if you can create boundaries around technology, go for it. It's super hard to do, even for me, but you'll be all the better for it if you can create some boundaries around your technology. And if you have tips for me and others, please put that in the comments as well. Another thing to think of when you're planning your quiet space would be maybe to have a space that has a lot of natural light. That can be so good and so healing. So natural light, maybe a view of outside, a view of nature, if you can. If you live in the city, I understand that you maybe can't, but having some natural light come in would also be really great. So that would be something to maybe consider when you're picking your quiet space. One thing I'd recommend is once you've set up that space for yourself, that it become a self-care to tend to it, to make sure that it stays clutter-free, and to also make it really inviting. No matter what time of day you go in, it's all set. So for me, it's in the morning. I make sure everything's clutter-free, and I make my bed because I just put my comforter on top. And for me, that is welcoming enough. Open my blinds and I'm set. So maintaining your quiet place is also a form of self-care and extremely important. All right, so we made it home. I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. I do have another last point to make. I recognize that many of my viewers are also parents and don't have the luxury of just escaping into another room. They need to relax. So in the case where you have a partner, I would recommend speaking to your partner about your needs for rest and what that might look like for you. And even maybe showing your partner this video to explain it. But the open communication is key. For my husband and I, we had this conversation before. And so now when either of us needs time, we just tell the other person, hey, I need 20. You know, we literally tag in, tag out, like tap to those hands, tagging in. And no questions asked. It's understood. The person who needs the time to relax will go do so, and the other one will take care of our child. And so setting that up from the get-go is really important. And it works both ways. It'll be good for you and also for your partner when they need time to rest. And then if ever you are a single parent or your partner isn't home often and you really don't have opportunities to just relax when you want, I still do think it's important for you to create a space in your home that is your designated quiet space. Because when your child goes for their nap or down to just go to bed, and you are faced with a home that is full of chores, things to do, you still need a spot that you can retreat to and just decompress. All right, well, that's the end of today's video. Thank you for coming on a walk with me and my dog. I hope you found today's video helpful. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you decide to create your own quiet space and if you're having any challenges in doing so. I'd also like to hear what you thought about this type of video, vlog type video. I kind of had fun doing it. It was warm and I'm a bit tired from my walk, but it was fun. And 10 points to the first person who can tell me how many times I said quiet place in this video, or quiet space. Probably a lot. Yeah. Anyway, keep living your authentic life. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.